Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Expeditions Viking. We are still making our way through Reeb. We've wrapped up the exploration, now we're just handling a couple of quests before we head out to the marshes. Let's see if Ask Jumper here knows anything about rats. I'm guessing this is the area where they should be. Maybe? Jardar's directions take you to a set of small homes not far from the market. The walls are dirty, the door is skewed, and one of the roofs has several large cracks. A group of young men and women dressed in rags are loitering about the courtyard. The oldest of them, a boy of perhaps 15 or 16, gets up and saunters over to where you enter. Hey, you lost, old man. We're not interested in company. Relax, kid. I'm just here about a rat infestation. Sorry, my young man. Just let me rest my arthritic 25-year-old legs a moment before I leave. Get out of my way, you little brat. I gotta go with this one. Sorry, my young man. Just let me rest my arthritic 25-year-old legs a moment before I leave. The kid lets out an amused snort, despite himself. He looks almost impressed for a moment before he regains his composure. Jardar sent you, right? If you're here to throw us out, it's not gonna work. Smarter people than you have tried. Ah, I get it now. You're the rats. Is he asking us to kill a bunch of kids to get them out of his home? Aye, you're a sharp one, all right. No. He wipes his nose in an already rather crusty sleeve. You can try and catch us if you fancy a chase, but lots of people have tried. We're still about, yeah? You're not going to try and fight me? How can I convince you to leave peacefully? Or what do you want? What is it you want? We want to be left alone, that's what. Well, you're in another guy's house. Like, I get that you want to stay here with squatters' rights and whatnot, but it's his home. You can just run out like the last people that Hogbelly sent. We'll just be back when you're gone. Or you can run us out like the last people. We'll be back when you're gone. This is our place. You can tell Jumper said so. You can tell him Jumper said so. Who are you kids? Finesse hard, kill Jumper. They said the oldest is like 16 or something. I'm not just gonna kill one of them. Yeah, the oldest perhaps 15 or 16. No! Who are you kids? What are you, slow-witted? We're the rats. You said so yourself. You kids shouldn't be living in a rotted-out dump like this. Why don't you come live in Skjern? We have a recently vacant house you can use if you take care of it. See, I don't mind that. If we've got a vacant home, then that helps them out with a place to stay as long as they keep it up. And it's better than a house just going to disarray with disuse. Yeah. You kids shouldn't be living in a rotted out dump like this. Why don't you come live in Skjern? We have a recently vacant house that you can use if you take care of it. And if your grunts from the side, you're going to give them Erlinger's homestead? You think these rogues will be able to mind a farm? I mean, better than being constantly run out of here. They seem quick on the uptake. I'm sure they'll get the hang of it once we show them the basics. How do you think these kids get by in this city? You want to invite a bunch of thieves to move in next door? Jumper snorts derisively. Doesn't matter either way. We'll get chased out of Skjern too. You just watch. We're not the welcome sort. I'm the Thane of Skjern. If I say you're welcome, that's how it is. If you want the farm, it's yours. We do need more people. I don't know if we need thieves in our town. But if we can convince them to be productive and to maintain a farm. Like, again, the statement was the assumption that they will take care of it, right? Let me make sure exactly what I said. Yeah. A vacant house you can use if you take care of it. If they take care of the farm, then they can stay on it. I'm Thane of Skjern. If I say you're welcome, that's how it is. He fixes you with a skeptical look. Then he holds up his index finger, turns and walks over to the rest of his pack. The kids have a short conversation. It all appears remarkably civil. Then Jumper returns, a resolute look on his face. Alright, we'll take the deal. We figure if this is some trick, we're good at running. We'll find our way back here just fine. We'll let Jardar know his problem has been solved. You can come back with us when our business in Reeb is concluded. Trevor wipes his palms on a passably clean section of his pants and then shakes your hand. The deal having thus been sealed, he and his rat pack gather their meager belongings from inside the rotting buildings and run past you and out towards where you tied up your horses. Clan prosperity reduced. Did it say by 5? No, our reputation with Reeb increased by 5. Okay. No, not town prosperity. Did it say something about our prosperity? Because I don't know if it was 10 and 10 and we did actually lose 5. If so, it should be listed here and it's not. I don't know. Well, let's go back to the market if we can find it. Sort of center of town. Here we go. And let Jardar know that we have resolved his issue. That was relatively easy. There's probably going to be problems in town because of it. Like in Skjern. But here it's fine. You deal with the rats. I struck a deal with the kids. They won't be back. Are you certain? Well, I shall hold you to your word then. As soon as I've taken my stock of my new property, I'll have one of my friends bring the promised reward to your people. You shake on it, and without wasting another moment, Jardar sets off towards his new home. Gain 10 salvage. Now, we heard that someone here could tell us more about the necklace, but we've already, I think, talked to... Like, we've gotten that information already, but we might as well ask around, see if anything else is available with any of these people. But probably not. It'll just be the standard business of looking at their stock. What about you? Town's crier is energetic. Yes. Anything new? Just taking in the sights. No. And probably the same with the kid. Yep. Alright. Nothing new there. Kind of want to get rid of this quest. As much as I don't care to be sampling the food for a guest. I also don't like having things that are just going to sit in my quest log forever. Let's go talk to the Jarl first, though, because she's supposed to have a reward for us if we deal with the marsh. So I want to find out more about that before we head that way. Ringhilda the White politely stands when you approach her seat and clasps your wrists with a firm grip. Willkommen to Reeb, Alfbjorn. To what do we owe the pleasure of your visit? Oh, I can just tell her I've dealt with the rats. I don't even know if she was aware of the problem. I've heard rumors about disappearances in the marsh. I wish for people to travel safely to and from our city. If this isn't dealt with soon, Reeb's reputation will suffer. A bounty of silver belongs to anyone with the courage to seek out and solve this problem. Giants and spirits are not to be trifled. I'm not afraid. Allow me to deal with this task. Of course. I was ambushed near the blacksmith. What? In my town? Do you know who they were? The captain of a dock ship claimed to have received payment from Hrodgerda of Yelling to take my attackers here. The Jarl scratches her chin pensively. If that is true, Hrodgerda's actions will reflect very poorly indeed on Thane's school. I will have my people bring this captain to me so I can hear the words out of his mouth. Good work in tracking him down, and thank you for bringing it to my attention. I've also dealt with the rats. I wasn't aware that you were looking into the problem. Dare I ask how you solved it? I invited them to join me in Skjern. I've given them stewardship of a vacant farm. Ringhilda raises both eyebrows. Is that so? That's very generous. I hope those kids will live up to the faith you've placed in them. I do too. Reeb considers you tolerated. I don't know what our standing was before or how to check it. Ah. So we still have a faction rating of 90 with our clansmen. It's possible that it was higher. I don't know. Now I'm to 21 here, which I guess is a new category, tolerated. And then we're at 10 points with Northmen. I guess because we let them live, probably. Cool. I don't think there's anything else left for us to do in town. I might be forgetting something. But I believe we're ready to head out. Besides talking to the guards and doing their eating contest. Which is such a terrible idea. I say as I click on one of the guards. Sigmunder paces back and forth in front of the casks, examining them with a hungry look in his eyes. He snaps upright, his limbs awkwardly attempting to assume a casual stance as he notices your approach. Carry on. What about you? Nuki hovers over a table, picking from it with care and savoring his choices. When you approach, his expression is furtive for a moment, but he rallies, puffing out his chest and gut. I have an appetite to win, do you? I'm gonna chicken out. As much as I see so many ways that this could go poorly. If we're in the middle of feasting and it gets back to the Jarl that we're just pigging out on food that she's set aside for a guest. Like, there's no way that this goes well. Hopefully we don't lose morale for being unwilling, but come on. This has gone too far. I want no further part of it. No consequences that I see. Oh, we have to chicken out both. Alright, we'll chicken out here as well. It's gone too far. I want no part of it. Guard duty has finished. With no penalties. Perfect. Yeah, it just seems way more likely that something would go wrong from eating the Jarl's food without permission. So we've dealt with the dilapidated homestead, we've dealt with the temple. We can't hire mercenaries yet. Yeah, I think we're good to go. So let's just head down here and leave town. And yes, we're going to be looking to rest shortly after leaving, ideally. So that we can get our stats back up. Because fatigue is rough. So that's the marsh. So let's head here. It's occupied, which is probably fine. Yeah, because that one was a very good shelter, but it's not on our way at all. Very high food, normal shelter, high security. That's still not bad. We're going to have to deal with people already camping there. And this isn't the marsh. The marsh is just here. Yeah. The acrid stench of smoke draws your attention to a tree off the side of the path. 100 paces uphill, it smolders still, the trunk blackened and split in twain by the force of a bolt of lightning. Struck by Thor's lightning, this place has been touched by the gods, Alfbjorn. That's what I was thinking, that seeing a tree that had been hit by lightning, it was clearly a sign of the gods. We would do well to leave an offering and seek hallowing from the Loud Rider. Yeah, let's approach the tree. What was once a stout oak tree now stands split apart as though a great force burst from within it. In the jagged wounds, you see wood turned to charcoal and dusted in white ash. Embers still burn at the heart of it. Such majesty and awesome power, what manner of offering should we make? We could give 10 valuables, we'll give a silver apiece, offer 2 rations, a cup of mead to gain Thor's favor, or for nothing, we'll show our respect through our deeds. I'll give 2 rations, a cup of mead to gain Thor's favor. Feels the most fitting. Resource options will spend resources if selected. This does not count as a resource option. Oddly. You pour 2 wooden mugs of sweet mead. One you place reverently at the base of the tree for when Odin's son might again pass this place. The other you drink to honor the Aesir. As you turn to leave, a shrill caw draws your attention. A pair of crows perch amongst the ruined branches. One of them stares pointedly at you with black, inscrutable eyes. Groska smiles and makes the sign of the hammer. The Allfather recognizes our devotion to his kin. Ha, nice. I like that. It's the little superstition, but like the game's not leaning into magic or anything, but small superstitions. It feels good. Like, this isn't a fantasy game, but there still are references to the gods and, you know, we worship them. I like it. Let's leave Gunnar out because he's taking that groin puncture, which probably destroyed his movement speed again. So Adis can hop in his place. And this is just for the fight. Then we'll have the entire team when it comes to actually camping. Okay, we've got first turn. You're wolves. You are not people. Okay. Well... I'm inclined to set an interrupt, so if any of them approach, I shoot. Probably do the same with all of my ranged characters. I guess I don't need to be hiding in cover because they're wolves. They're not going to be shooting long-range attacks at us. Still, let's get my melee characters front-ish. Adis, Sleef, however you pronounce your name. I gotta remember not to pronounce the R, and that's gonna be hard for me. Alright, Kettle, let's put you here with a similar instruction of interrupt. Then you as well. Give you an interrupt as well, or I could have you just poison Nephew's spear, or give us all damage reduction while we wait. Let's go with that, so we take less damage. What can you guys do? Protect probably won't matter, they're not going to approach. You could ready, but you're so far behind, that's not going to help either. I'm going to have you double move. Get more to the front. I doubt any of them can actually get to us this turn, even with a double move. So we're fine. Okay, 2 interrupting shots. Miss on both. Wow. I thought your attacks would be far better on that interrupt. Isn't interrupt supposed to be at like 75%? I guess I'll have to check when we get back to our turn. Alright, come on, wolves. Alright, if we look at ourselves, interrupt. Postpone a ranged attack until you have at least 75% chance to hit an enemy during the enemy turn, or the enemy closes to within 6 hexes. So maybe it wasn't 75%. They got within 6 hexes and we immediately went. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Unless it was this one. I don't remember. Well, let's see. You can get up here and actually attack. Roskva could move here safely. She's already given us the shout. So let's have you poison Kettle's bow. We've got penalties.
Thank you.
Let's see. I'll have you just attack. Good solid hit. You can follow up for an equally solid hit. There we go. You can get here, which will stop that wolf from getting to our back line. Just to make sure you didn't have charge, and you did not. Could go for a stun. Resisted the stun. Shame. Let's go for a ranging shot here, because others are probably going to run into that area as well now that she's there. That'll give me a much better chance of hitting. Still not good, but I think that's because of my penalty for being fatigued. Alright, 80% though isn't bad. Might move you closer. It's unlikely the wolf can get around, so you should be safe back here. $95. I like that better. You can't do the quick shot now because you moved, but that's fine. What about the rest of you? I guess everyone's gone. So let's move you forward. Force him to at least move in case he has some full action ability we don't want him to get off. There is a back route that they could technically use to get around to us, but I'm guessing that's not going to happen. And then we'll move ourselves forward over onto this side. Roskva, just move forward a tiny bit more. Okay, I think that's a good turn. You never use your shield. Resisted knockdown, good. Howl. Don't know what Howl was for. Yeah, you never use your shield, and I don't understand it. Alright, you are spotted now, both of you. If I went for the quick attack with Kettle here, 64 on either. That's pretty good. One shot. And a miss. Oh, and you can't get the kill on either. Grrr. They are both poisoned now, which is nice. So you'll die soon. Let's see. I could also do a quick shot now, but I'm guessing my chances are still terrible, and they are. Grrr. Do we go for a heal? I don't think it's necessary yet. I'll have you move forward. Apply poison onto Nephew's spear.
Don't worry, I'm here. Great.
Probably
thanks.
better than on our bow. We'll just take a shot onto one of them. a miss.
That's right. I see the fear in your eyes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. With only one wolf here, he's probably not going to die. You still have lots of health. Even though you're dealing with 2 wolves, but hopefully that one will die automatically at the end of its turn. Yeah. I think we're handling this well. Resisted the knockdown. Perfect. Dude, you need to use your shield, man. See, that's how shields work. And it did die. Perfect. We'll take another shot. That's a hit. If you... Yeah, your bow is still not effective enough. Possibly you could help out here, but I think I'm going to have you do some healing instead. He's starting to get a little down.
I can fix this.
I'm in your debt.
However, the fight will probably be over this turn. You can get the kill here. And that means with your poison spear, you can do a lot of damage. Not thrilled that you're now up there, but it is what it is. Now you two. Kettle, just kill it. Perfect. Perhaps... No, she wouldn't have gotten the kill. I was going to say, perhaps I should have had her move in, but... Do you have a long-range weapon? You do have a sling. You're probably not great with it. %33% from that close. Well, good luck. Yeah, and if Roskva had still had her turn, that's probably the kind of damage she could have pulled off with her sling. It's fine. Take your turn. And it dies to poison. Perfect. No degradation, no injuries. All good. Alright, I don't think we need to change anything. No, we do need a healing. Our best healer is you, Adis, right? We go to character skills. You have a healing of only 1. Roskva is 2. And we are also 2. I don't think anyone else has healing. So us or Roskva should do some healing. I think that is more useful. So let's have us do healing of Gunnar. Is that going to fully remove it? I haven't really figured out how this works. It'll take 12 medicine. We have 2 points of healing. Oh, treatment bonus minus 20. So are we going to drop him down 20%? So down to 25 with 1 use. So if we heal them again, and then will we have to do it a 3rd time? It's already assigned to be fully treated in the camp. Okay, perfect. So we still need to sleep at some point, but we can do 1 point of scouting. You are sleeping twice. That's not terribly helpful. Preserving. Right. We've got some meat kicking around. Hunting, guarding, and scouting. I still think converting all of this herbs into medicine is valuable, particularly when we keep using tons of medicine. Do I want to do any sort of mending? We'd have to give up our hunting to do so, which is probably not great. I should at some point go through our gear. Like if we sort by total salvage, we can see the things that are valuable, and therefore we are more interested in using, all the way down to the things that have no value that we should just deconstruct. Because if we deconstructed it, in exchange for resources, does it not tell us what resources we get back? So that's a little disappointing. So if I... Oh. Yes. One hide, one salvage. Another salvage. So they're giving a single item each. Now is that because that's all it ever gives, or just because these are all pretty terrible? But salvage is valuable, as we saw. If we start getting up into... Oh, 2 salvage. So they can go higher when we start getting to more valuable goods. Okay. So probably when I start getting up here to the, like, 12, those are things that we might actually want to look into using. Or at least, if we get more companions. I don't know. Because we have one sword person, and we've already determined that the sword he has is better than either of these. We have one spear person, and she's already got a better spear. And then we have one sling person. Well, technically we have multiple sling people. Like, you had a sling. You've got a bow. Like, I probably should give everyone a ranged weapon. Like, I can't think of a circumstance I would ever have her use her knife over her spear. I guess if I wanted to have the shield out. Like, if we compare this to your bow, it's just better. Sure. Something like that. And that's got us now up to 44 salvage, which is pretty incredible. And 75 hides. And we're already at 100 wood. So we are ready to do another crafting project for our homestead once the current one finishes in 4 days. Anyway, all that out of the way, I think I'm fine with all of these choices. 9 meat will spoil in the camp. We probably are doing too much hunting then. If every time we camp, meat is spoiling. We just can't preserve it fast enough. So do we want to do crafting? Because we have lots of salvage. You can actually make a pretty good bow at this point. Your stats are pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily want to put all the points into damage. But something like that? How does that compare? Is there no way to compare it to other things we have? And a 25% chance of a special property. If he had more of the artisan skill... Now I'm looking at skill points we can spend. No, but I'd want him to get his bow up more so than artisan skill. Speaking of which, I'm going to have him get his bow up. You've already got that, so not sure. I need to get everyone's primary weapon up to the 3rd level. For you, probably boosting your block wouldn't be bad. You... Technically, knife is your... Is sling not a thing? Sling, there it is. So technically, you're better with the knife than the sling. I just think you're too... I don't know, you don't seem like a frontline character, but maybe you're supposed to be sort of a rogue. I could give her a lot of the talents for, like, low profile, halves the chance of enemies targeting the character. Yeah, maybe you are supposed to be a knife person up front. That is a sketchy choice. And then we'll also upgrade our bow. Have to think what I want to do with her. And then as for you, probably more camp skills. Though you can't boost cooking or preserving. I could boost your healing and have you do more of the healing. Tempted to just go for more Gulder, but we need to get her another point. I don't know. We'll camp. I don't need to go through all of my stats every time. Make camp. In the morning, as your herd are packing down the camp and preparing to move out, you notice a hole in the bottom of one of your sacks. You check the rations stored within to find that much of it has been chewed upon by rodents. Half the contents will have to be discarded. Is that a total of half of our rations, or half of the contents of one sack are gone? So yeah, Gunnar's done with his injuries. Lost 9 herbs, gained 11 medicine, gained 2 meat, lost 4 rations. Don't see any statement about us losing our rations there, but it might just show up. That might have been extra, and so it doesn't show up in the camping screen. We still have 49 rations, we're good. And we found one scouted area. Let's just head there real quick. You've been hiking for a few hours when up ahead you notice 2 people traveling the same direction as you, albeit at a slower pace. The older of the 2, a man with hollow cheeks and a scar across his lips, steps in front of his companion. Move along, we don't want trouble. Examine them. Their homespun clothes are dank and dirtied from the road, and devoid of color or design. They have the lean strength of people accustomed to hard work and meager fare. They are probably thralls that have escaped. You seem to be traveling a hard path. Who are you? Travelers down on their luck. We want nothing from you. Please, just leave us alone. You're thralls, aren't you? Escape, most likely. His dismay is painted in broad strokes on his aging face. We are freedmen. We just want to find a fresh beginning for ourselves. Like... this is where it's rough. Like... me as the player, obviously I'm against this whole idea, but as a game mechanic, thralls are used to help build things faster. We don't have very many thralls, and thralls are incredibly expensive. And so the idea of just letting a couple of potential thralls go away because it feels bad, So, you're not freedmen. We've already dealt with captured thrall or escaped thralls already. We examined them, recognized them as thralls, most likely escaped. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. You'll be coming with me. The old man looks from his companion to you, desperation in his eyes. We aren't fighters like you. We just wanted to live free. Take me if you must, but let my son walk free. I'll serve well. It's the more neutral. Very well. I'll be kind. Can you say I'm kind at this point? I don't know. Very well. Your son can go free. Try and find a life for himself. And you'll be a thrall. Younger of the 2 watches with hollow eyes as you bind his father's hands. He turns away and runs, while the old man dejectedly submits to his new master. I feel bad. But it is what it is. All right. But I think that's where we're going to end this episode. Next time, we will head to the marsh finally and see if we can deal with all the various troubles that are going on there. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys then. Bye.